Can the future mirror the past? Legends are such stuff as dreams are made on. Dreams can acquire substance, shape, and color, but only for those who believe in them and have the courage to turn them into reality. This is the story of a dream that inspired a car, that evoked a dream. In the beginning was the dream, or was it the car? Was it the car that became a dream? Or was it a dream that gave life to a car, unlike any other? Dreamers are never alone. They recognized each other, and then they grew up and played together, like fingers and on keyboard. As we see in our story, which is the story of four people, and Alfa Romeo, and the courage. Our tale begins in the swimming 60s. Let me say, the roaring 60s, as a car were a powerful dream back then. Fancy car were a status symbol. Fast car were an object of desire, and sports competition were the place to be, where the best cars and drivers fought to win, and jet setter strove to be seen. In those years, the top spot at Alfa Romeo was I'll be a manager who was also a man of culture, an artist, and writer. He is the first dreamer in our story. Let's call him the poet. Giuseppe Eugenio Luraghi, and the strong opinion of Alfa Romeo is involvement in motorsport. Motor racing pushes research to exasperation, positively affecting the look and the technical progress of the automobile. If we suffer no technological gap, this is thanks to motor racing. Alfa Romeo had won the first sports car world title in 1925, 11 editions of the Mille Miglia, and 4 24-hour Le Mans races. Farina and Fangio Salfettes triumphed in the first 2 Formula One championships before retiring undefeated in 1951. More than a decade later, the return on Alfa Romeo to racing was widely expected. Not everyone agreed, but the poet was a man with the courage of fight for his ideas. He began to look for the person who would bring blank back to victory. And this is how he met the second dreamer, who we call the engineer. Carlo Chiti was already a heavyweight figure in the world of motor racing. He'd been an Alfa Romeo man in the early 50s. He developed the first rear-engineered Ferrari, Formula One championship winner in 1961. And he had just founded Auto Delta, his own company. When the Alfa Romeo call came, Chiti was fully into this new project. But the poet knew how to use the right words and made them resonate in the engineer's mind. In that very moment, a pact was signed and dream was shared. Not only Chiti, but the whole Auto Delta team came on board and became the official Alfa Romeo racing department. The engineer was larger than life, literally, as he was a famous gourmand, hard as a nail on the job, and funny and comedian when he entertained friends in his favorite Milan restaurant. To cook up his own recipe for victory, an engineer needed the right ingredients. When the poet decided to give the green light to the new revolutionary motorsport project 105.33, entrusted the Auto Delta team with a new engine ready to be developed for racing. The 2-liter V8 designed by Giuseppe Busso. The engine was a very good starting point, but aerodynamics, lightness, and structural rigidity were key to exploit its potential to the full. At the time, there were two major schools in motor racing, tubular versus monocoque frame supporters. The engineer was a man capable of daring and innovation, so he chose to take the best of both worlds. The result was an extraordinary object of aeronautical inspiration. But even when you have a racing car ready, there's still a decisive element missing: the person behind the wheel. And here is where our third dreamer, the pilot. Teodoro Dorino Zeccoli has been an official Uber driver for a couple of years before being called by Carlo Chiti to become his trusted test driver. If the car has a problem, you must have the courage to speak out, even if it might please some. You can be shy, otherwise the car won't improve as it should. There were times when, at the pilot comments, the engineer lost his temper and started yelling in his thick Tuscan accent. But he always calmed down after a while and did exactly what the pilot had suggested. Bit by bit, our three dreamers finally managed to put their dream on wheels. Now, what they need to do was win.
Delle 33 alla prima posizione. Sulle strade del Mugello le vetture esprimono in pieno tutte le doti di potenza e di tenuta e confermano di essere i più forti prototipi da 2 litri oggi esistenti.
The Tipo 32 to 33 2 liters made its debut in Belgium at the Flaron Hill Climb on March 12, 1967. And masterfully driven by Dorino Zeccoli, it was his first race, as per Alfa Romeo tradition. In 10 years, the Tipo 33 collected dozens of Class on overall wins in the sports car category. in a string of successes that culminated in 2 world titles, the 1975 and the 1977 World Championship for sport prototypes. I can see the engineer Carlo Chiti in the pit of the most celebrated circuits in the world, addressing the Alfa Romeo pilot with his unmistakable voice. Remember, Alfa Romeos are not just designed to race, they are designed to win.
Abbiamo ottenuto quest'anno significativi successi alla 24 ore di Daytona, alla carta Florio e alla 1000 km del Zurich. Era positivissimo.
Fast rewind to 1967. Autodelta has proven its ability to bring sports car to victory. In the Turismo category, it had demonstrated how it could turn street-legal cars into winners. But what about creating a street-legal car starting from a racing car? That was a new challenge for the poet, the engineer, and the pilot. Together, they needed the fourth dreamer, the tailor. Franco Scaglione started his career as a clothing designer in a tailor shop. There, he learned how to look at materials and bring to light their inner beauty. Cars were already his passion. He devoted his free time to car design, sending his slender and imaginative creation to the most important carrozzieri in Italy. Hired by Bertone, he began to roll out masterpieces, visionary concepts like the BAT series based on the Alfa Romeo 1009 frame and the extraordinary production coupe like the Giulietta Sprint and Sprint Speciale. In the late 50s, the tailor became an independent designer. He was ready to join the Dream Team, which he did at the request of the engineer. Chiti and Autodelta were already fine-tuning my platform for street legal use, with a minor adjustment and no compromise. Introducing steel as the chassis material and using aluminum for the body, but maintaining its H-frame structure. Now, to make its debut in society, the 33 needed an appropriate attire. The poet, the engineer, and the pilot asked Scaglione to cut for their Wonder Machine the most beautiful dress ever seen on a car. And the tailor added the Italian design touch which made it perfect. Timeless design, perfectly balanced shapes, essential lines, elegant details, craft with infinite care. The 33 Stradale split car history in two, changing the automobile world forever. It brings to an unparalleled level the anthropomorphic car concept that prevailed before, and at the same time, it fully embodied the aerodynamics and efficiency concept of the future. The 33 Stradale also sparked a flurry of styling innovation. Alfa Romeo offered a few 33 chassis to legendary designers. For them, it developed their own models. 6 dream cars were born out of this idea, all from the same technical base. They anticipated 2 decades for car design. Can you imagine any other car in the world giving light to such a family? More. Can you imagine any other car in the world giving life to such a legend? For dreamers and a dream come true. Is there a moral to this story? Possibly more than one. One may be that some people just dream and the others do what they dream of. Another is that when you mix culture, know-how, skill and beauty, what came out? Pure glory. But maybe the one that would have played the poet, the engineer, the pilot, and the tailor most is that when dreams meet courage, nothing is impossible, not even making the most beautiful car for all time. What's important for all of us here today is that it is a story with a happy ending, as it shows how sometimes dreams come to life again.
Buonasera. Bello, no? Buonasera. Benvenuti. Grazie. Lo posso dare? Grazie. Grazie. Benvenuti e buonasera a tutti from everywhere in the world. Alfa Romeo 33 Stradale. This is our baby. Sorry, guys, this is your baby. Because Alfa Romeo is not only Italy. Alfa Romeo is the world, and you are coming from more than 50 countries tonight with us. By the way, a car introducing the CEO of the brand. When you attend a normal car presentation, guys, the rule is often the other way around. You see what I mean? The CEO is presenting the car. No, at Alfa Romeo, the star is the product. The star is the product. And I can tell you that I took the helm of Alfa Romeo in January 2021. I visited the museum of Alfa Romeo, second step, just after the touch point at Torino. And you immediately feel on your shoulder the responsibility you have when you visit this museum at Arese. My team and I were called to do 3 things. 1, offer top quality cars and services in the world. In line with what? In line with the prestige of the brand. And I can tell you that this has been our obsession from the beginning. Second point, to ensure the future of the brand, bringing the brand to profit. Why? Because if you don't make money, guys, don't speak about product planning. If you don't make money, don't speak about motorsport. Don't speak about anything else after. Working with some consistency and some discipline, I have to say, we have managed to achieve this goal too. Second point. Third point, the message I received from Carlos, but not only from Carlos Tavares. The message I received from a guy who supported a lot Alfa Romeo, Sergio Marchionne, my friend, was be stable and maintain profit over time, and this is our challenge now. We all know that leveraging the enormous value of the brand is key to make Alfa Romeo strong and successful. And therefore, obviously, we needed what? We needed a kind of symbol to embody our ambition. We needed an icon for the Alfa Romeo of the 21st century. And one more step towards the full electrification of Alfa Romeo in 2030, because the world is changing. And a car so amazing to deserve the right to be here at the Museum of Arese. Next to what? Next to the 8C. And we wanted to be at the 8th of the original 33 Stradale and to come with a unique proposal. The car where we were about to develop had to be, 1, unique, from concept to craft. It had to be tailor-made, like the cars of our dreams, the cars we want. We wanted this car as well to be impeccable in every detail and perfect for any use. Daily one, if you want, for the driver and driving style. We designed the new 33 Stradale in full Alfa Romeo spirit. What does it mean? It means that our approach of the project was humble, but not hesitant at all. Respectful, but not shy, never. Evocative, but not nostalgic, never. No copy-paste at Alfa Romeo. We have to build the future. The result we achieved is that what you see today, a car capable of mirroring our past, and at the same time, a bridge to our all-electric future. The new 33 Stradale has been conceived to enhance our identity, raise our aspiration, and epitomize our DNA and values. It is a unique car with a signature chassis number, the first produced by Alfa Romeo since 1967. And I promise you that it won't be the last. The incredible interest that this car has generated since some weeks with you all proves that we already knew the Alfa Romeo brand value is stronger than ever. We knew from the first second that our idea went beyond any purely industrial logic. By the way, we spent some hours to convince some people to go with us in this completely mad dream. At the same time, and here is the paradox, we wanted this car to be and to become a cornerstone of our brand strategy for the years to come. Times change, teams change, but our team wanted to leave a mark, a milestone, something. So we didn't envision this car as a kind of short-term marketing operation. I don't care about that. But as a brick to build the future of Alfa Romeo. To make this piece of art, we recreated a process which is part of the Italian art history. As we will hear from our team now, starting from the person who oversaw the project from the early stages of this project in July 2021. Cristiano Fiorio, the floor is yours. Thank you.
Thank you, Jean-Philippe, e buonasera a tutti voi. The story of this project started when Jean-Philippe came to me and said, Cristiano, we want to create a new dream car, thinking out of the box, and with a unique development process. You have to engage the true Alfisti and drive this cooperation. What was beautiful is that we started from zero, with the aim of making this car the most involving ever with true customer participation. But we had to find a starting ground, and here, my other job was crucial. In fact, I drive the Alfa Romeo F1 partnership, and Formula One is the best place on earth where to find automotive enthusiasts and true Alfisti. I guess you know what I'm talking, Stefano. In fact, the selling process started at the Formula One Grand Prix in Monza exactly 1 year ago. And the result was impressive. 3 cars sold in that weekend, and 33 cars sold in a few weeks. We managed to achieve this because we had a very clear idea, mixing the strength of our history, our unique technical solution, and the charm and purity of our style sketches. The project had to be simple, pure, craftsmanship and beauty overall. To meet our customers, we reopened the legendary Sala Storica of the Museo, a place protected by the Belle Arti Italian institution, which is exactly where in 1967 33 Stradale was approved. Here, we created our bottega, a workshop made of artisans with an obsessive attention to detail, specifically conceived to design and craft the car. To fully capture customers' insight, we held weekly meetings and workshops at every stage of the project. All customers had the opportunity to transfer their experience to us and contribute with great ideas. I can say that they have been an actual part of the team. And this is what makes this project 33 Stradale truly unique. Every 33 Stradale that comes out of the bottega will be one of a kind and will receive a certificate of authenticity by Alfa Romeo Classiche. All along this path, history was of inspiration. Hence, I want to share 2 important dates. First, the earliest sketch of the historic 33 Stradale was designed by Franco Scaglioni on December 17, 1966. And we decided the delivery of the first 33 Stradale will be on December 17, 2024. Second, the car was presented on the Monza track on the 31st August 1967. And for this reason, in 2 days, exactly 56 years after, we'll be taking this car to Monza and celebrate it with the special livery that you see now on the screen. Today, we are 100% concentrated into making this the most beautiful and innovative car of Alfa Romeo. And despite any front wind that might come, this project will just be the beginning. We want to keep pushing with diligence, but also be a little bit dreamy. These are the ingredients that brought us here. And now, let me tell you, this project becomes even more fascinating when you enter into its technical roots. And so it's time to go deep into it. Daniel, the stage is yours. Thank you.
Grazie Cristiano, benvenuti. A drivable and functionally beautiful machine. A bridge between the past and the future. Time and eternity. Easy receipt. But this is what we were looking for, based on chassis and powertrain excellence, coupled with the utmost technology, as it was on the 1967 project. To comply with our ambition of being the first tipo fuori serie for Alfa Romeo since 56 years, we needed 3 key elements. The first, 33 is track, but Stradale means road. A street-legal supercar offering superior level of performance, drivability, and comfort. Not a real need to be a pilot, but unbelievable fun. Hence, each unit is developed, tested, and certified at Autodelta in Balocco, the 33 home, leveraging on the flexibility of our chassis, the H-frame aluminum, the carbon fiber monocoque, and of course, our double wishbone suspension system with active shock absorbers and semi-virtual steering, the typical Alfa Romeo landmark. A next generation of battery emotional vehicle, made to embrace zero emission and 100% emotion, with a specifically designed Alfa Romeo voice, not differently than that of our V6 engine. The second element is beauty. And beauty is a function of proportions and details, delivered by the utmost technologies and material. The headrical doors with specifically lightweight developed hinges, windows formed with a unique process, carbon aluminum roof structure, and CFD-driven surfaces that deliver an excellent CFD, coefficient of drag, with zero lift contribution. That with a specific choice of keeping no active aerodynamic to maintain the purity of the shape of the car. The third element is uniqueness. A single type approval homologation for each car. The first 3 characters of the vehicle identification number, it's us, it's Alfa Romeo, ZAR, ZAR. The second 5-digit, second cluster, indicates the Tipo 33. We have decided yesterday night with the Club 33, with the customers, with our partners, that these 5 digits will be 33 STR. The last 8 digits are single choice of each customer. In line with the spirit of the model, each car is also individually made. The customers discuss directly with Alfa Romeo designers, engineers, planners, not just the usual stuff, not just the configuration, the colors, the trims, or the optionals, but design elements. We went into designing the car together. The scudetto, the air intakes, the wheel design. The production is handmade, with each car celebrating our strong coach builder tradition. 33 is more than a car. It is a brand statement, embodying the 3 pillars of our identity. Rosso as a color, but also as a symbol of Alfa Romeo passion. Is there anything more rosso than this? 333 kilometers per hour top speed. Sportività as an assertion. Acceleration 0 to 100 kilometers per hour below 3 seconds. Actually, on the BEV, it is below 2.5. Braking distance, less than 33, of course, less than 33 meters. And finally, Italia. Since this car is imagined, conceived, designed, developed, and built here in Italy, not far from where we are now, it speaks Italian to each of you, to each of us. It is engraved in the car itself. A unique masterpiece, uniquely beautiful, designed by Alejandro's team at Centro Stile.
Thank you, Daniel. Thank you, Daniel. I believe that looking at the new 33 Stradale, you understand better why we had to do it. We had to do it for Alfa Romeo. We had to do it for all the Alfisti around the world. We had to do it for the people working in this amazing brand, and for those who worked here before us. And we did it with a small team of passionate designers, modelers, and engineers whom I have the honor and the privilege to represent here today. It is indeed a dream come true. I can tell you this in first person, since I started to draw Italian cars, especially Alfa Romeo, when I was around 12 years old. But how did we do it? Very simple. Respecting our past, our history, with design simplicity and what we call bellezza necessaria. Respect because we ask our designers to get inspiration from the iconicity of the original 33 Stradale. We analyzed every line, every surface of the body of the original car, every detail on its interior. But we didn't stop us here, because we wanted to bring 33 Stradale into modernity. So we add some design features that we will see in our future models. I believe that this particular combination between legacy, history, and modernity is what it makes the new 33 Stradale a great car to look at today, but also a great car to look at in the future. We designed this car with the courage of simplicity, because we believe that we can say a lot with just a few lines. Take a look to the pure and neat body side, where the only existing lines, almost, are those subtle creases on the front and the rear fenders. The front fender starts on the side window, goes across the side, and vanishes, disappears in the front with a little twist that gives a beautiful reflection. Same thing on the rear. The line starts on the side air intake and just disappears before that beautiful coda tronca. The mission of these lines is to guide and to control the light when it hits the body. And then, last but not least, we simply applied what we call in Italy, in Italian, in Alfa Romeo, bellezza necessaria. That means beauty with a purpose. Because at Alfa Romeo, always beauty and function, they go hand in hand. Take as an example the smart integration of aerodynamics. To reach 333 kilometers per hour, you need a design that works well in terms of drag coefficient, cooling, while keeping its beauty. The front headlamps, for example, has the obvious function, lighting. But below the lighting, you have an air intake that brings fresh air into the side front intercoolers. On the side, we have what we call an air curtain that allows the air to go through the front wheel arch and coming back on the side of the car to have the maximum aerodynamic efficiency. The side mirror, the feet of the side mirror, has also an aerodynamic function because it drives the air directly into the side air intake for maximum performance. You cannot imagine the amount of hours we spend in our wind tunnel to get exactly the result we wanted. But I have to confess that one of the features that I like the most from the 67 model is something you only appreciate when the car is standing still. It is the way it opens 360 degrees to show its raw structure and its power unit once it is totally uncovered. So we had to do the same. We were obliged. The Litra doors give you a very good accessibility for such a low car. And once you are inside of the cockpit, you enjoy a fantastic peripheral view and a lightful interior. Inside, you feel the true Alfa Romeo racing spirit. Straightforward and ergonomic design eliminates every possible distraction from the driving experience. All the attention goes to the pilota, as we call our driver. In front of you, a lightweight, 3-spoke aluminum steering wheel and our iconic double canocchiale cluster. Next to you, an aluminum console with a few necessary switches to control the main functions of the car. All in all, this interior feels like a tight driving glove in your hand. Tight, but not oppressing. A feeling enhanced by the so-called cannelloni upholstery, a modern interpretation of that trim of the 67 model. I hope you will agree with me that it cannot get more Stradale than that. This is a car that is a dream for us, a dream for Alfa Romeo. And as Jean-Philippe Imparato was saying before, we want to stop here because we simply love dreaming. Thank you very much.
Grazie. Grazie Alejandro. 33 opere d'arte created to make you all proud of us. What am I expecting from you today is to give me the feedback. Do you love it? Yes, no. I will have so many comments from you everywhere. I think that you are more than 20,000 connected now at this time with us. And I'm so pleased to send this message to the world. There is no limit to what know-how, skill, beauty can achieve together, empowered by courage. I would like to take a commitment in front of you. One, it will not be the last of its kind in terms of project, because we have so many fantastic things to do. Second, you will never see more than 30 free cars on the street. Never. 100, and this design mock-up. That's it. Punto basta. Never more. You are part of what? You are part of the history. Let's have a look on the video we will release now.
Non puoi superare un avversario a fari spenti.
Alfa Romeo advancing with the headlights on. Nuvolari surprises opponent from behind with a spectacular move to overtake him and cross the finish line.
Non puoi vincere con un pilota a fine carriera.
That is the first world champion.
Non puoi essere più veloce di un treno.
Julieta beats the train.
Non puoi costruire una leggenda e poi ricostruirla un'altra volta. Certe cose sembrano impossibili finché non diventano storia.
Ladies and gentlemen, this video will go live on all Alfa Romeo official channels, starting with right now. You see, at Alfa Romeo, we are a kind of startup. Huh? You have to share that with us. How many people do we have at Alfa Romeo? Exactly 49. 49. And with these people, we bring on stage this type of car. Not only that, as well the daily business. I would like, if you allow me, to welcome my team on stage, the team 33. Welcome, guys. So, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to thank you on behalf of the 33 Stradale Club and the 33 Stradale team and all the Alfa Romeo team for joining us. Tonight, chiusura, direi, but what a fantastic future we have in front of us. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.